So, for a little bit of context into the next few clips you're going to see, I moved back in October, and once I roll those clips, which are like old now, I'll give you guys a quick apartment tour. Happy October, viewers, friends, whoever watches this channel. If it's anybody anymore, I don't know. So it is now officially spooky month, and spooky season is decidedly upon us. I turned the ripe old age of 34 on October 1st, so I have taken it upon myself to do all the good adulting things this October. And the first thing on our list is actually finding a new place to live, because the lease for our apartment here is up at the end of the month, sort of. And we need to find a new place to go. So we've been apartment hunting, and I think, fingers crossed, we found the place. But until we know if our application is approved and we sign a lease, it's not a done deal yet. So we'll see. In the meantime, gosh, what am I even doing these days? Working a lot. I'm definitely working a lot. I've been very tired, still trying to work out and exercise regularly and eat well, but it's kind of hard because October is the time of pumpkin spice everything, and I just really enjoy pumpkin flavored stuff. I'm very much a basic bitch that way, but it's only for autumn and it's only for pumpkin. So once it's over, moving on. You're not gonna see any wacky Christmas shenanigans from me. That's not my jam. I'm all about Halloween. So, God, okay, what day is it? It's only it's only Tuesday. It doesn't feel like a Tuesday. It feels so much. Why isn't it Friday yet? It feels like it should be Friday. This is getting ridiculous. I've been super slammed at work, so I have been starting to forget literally what day it is. All I know is that it's a work day, and I have been working. So it is, what time is it? Okay, it's just after 5 o'clock, so we can go drink now. Because it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but it's definitely 5 o'clock here. And I'm going to shimmy over to the convenience store and get some beer. And then I think I'm gonna take a hot bath because it has been kind of chilly. It was raining earlier, but the sun came out, which is great. Because as much as I love the gloom, and there's plenty of it here in Washington, it is always nice when the sun finally comes out and things dry up a little bit, and I don't have to go out in like rain-proof shoes, because yeah. So I'm gonna go over to Bartell's. I'm going to find something to drink. We're gonna come back here. I'm gonna take a hot bath and maybe have some dinner. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe I should watch a Halloween themed movie. I was thinking either Beetlejuice or Hocus Pocus, because those are kind of the two that I really enjoy starting the season off with. So I've got a few hours, maybe I'll cram them both in while I'm putting some work emails together, and then I'll call it a night. So don't judge me. Okay, so I meant to update yesterday and tell you all that we had fully intended to go look at another apartment here in, I think it was Seattle. Yeah, it was like north of Ballard. Anyway, when we got there, nobody was in the leasing office to let us in, and it was so loud right there on the street that like we just knew that even being inside one of these apartments, it would be crazy loud street noise like all the time. And that is one of the reasons that we're actually trying to get out of this place, is because it is very loud on the street here. So the good news is we did actually get approved for the place we looked at Tuesday, and I just got a text, I'm reading it now, from Dee. that they're going to email us a lease to sign. So we got approved. I guess all our paperwork went through and everything's good. And now that's exciting. So now we get to sign a lease and move in somewhere new that's a little bit north of Seattle and a little bit quieter, a little bit closer to different types of amenities, but then also some more nature stuff. So I can't say a whole lot more than that at this time. So that's just kind of the update. Like, yeah, we've been apartment hunting for quite a while, and you know what? I think I'm gonna make a cup of tea and then sit down and I'm gonna tell you the super fun story about how our apartment rental adventure in Tacoma fell apart. But first, let's talk a little bit about what went down since the last time I gave you guys an update, which was that we had received approval and we were going to sign a lease, which we've done now. We actually went and got the keys to our new place today and paid all of the move-in fees. So we got to go and look at the unit itself, which please go and see the actual unit you are going to move into before you sign a lease. That is my warning to you. I don't care if your leasing agent shows you a model unit or a comparable unit and says, oh, they all look like this. Like, it's gonna look just like this. Because ours didn't. I mean, it wasn't that much different. It's still a one-bedroom apartment. It still has the kind of bathroom size that we were expecting. But the layout is a little bit different. And the kitchen is not as nice as we were promised it would be. So when we got our keys and we went in and we looked at the unit, I didn't want to be negative. I really didn't. And so when Dee and I were looking at it and checking it out and poking around, like, I tried to stay like positive and I didn't say anything bad, but I think he could kind of tell because when we got in the car, he says, I'm a little disappointed. I wasn't expecting it to look like that. Thank you, because me neither. So first things first, there are a couple of things in that apartment that are broken and need fixing. There are a couple of things that did not get cleaned at all. Like, oh my gosh, like the blinds on the door to our patio are caked in like, gosh, I don't know, like a decade of dust and grime, which is disgusting. How do you not notice this? The layout is a little different. We do have like a bigger living room area than I thought we would. Okay, so the model unit we were shown has this really nice updated marble countertop, seating area and such, and it looks really nice, looks really modern, and we knew that we weren't getting that version. We knew that we were getting the classic kitchen type, which is it still has that counter bar space, but like the bar is like up higher and like the countertops are a little bit like older is what we were told. Our leasing agent did show us like a photo of kind of what that looks like. We were like, okay, fine, that looks okay in the photo. But when we got there today, I swear to God, these countertops look like they've been there since like the 70s. It's kind of gross. And I will insert some clips in here right now so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Again, the kitchen layout isn't awful. It's just, well, I mean, see for yourself. Like, this Formica countertop it's really dated looking, unfortunately. So my thought is to make this livable for the next year or two. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go on Amazon, or I'm going to shop on Wayfair or something, maybe even Home Depot. I don't know who has what that's going to be most cost effective, but I'm thinking of getting like a peel and stick countertop, sort of like a wallpaper for the countertop to just cover up this really, really ugly surface and kind of brighten up the kitchen area a little bit, and maybe get like a temporary peel and stick backsplash just to really liven up the kitchen, because while not terrible, again, it does look dated, and I really think that we could spice this up a bit. So that's kind of my plan. Otherwise, I mean, we've still got a pretty big hall closet. We have, you know, a decently sized bathroom. It's not as big as the bathroom at our old place, unfortunately, but the difference is, like, our washer and dryer unit is in a separate closet rather than in the bathroom. So, you know, you cut corners where you can, I guess. The bedroom, I wasn't expecting to see like a baseboard heating unit, because none of the other apartments here that we looked at had that. So that is going to kind of affect how we can lay out furniture in the bedroom. But the size is fine. It's kind of what we expected. And it's a little bit bigger than the sort of bedroom area that we have in our current place. So we will make that work. I was delighted to discover, though, that the patio in this unit is bigger than the model that we looked at. So that's really cool, and I'm really excited to get some cat netting up and put some rugs down and maybe hang like a bird feeder, or get some patio furniture and some fairy lights, and just really make that kind of like a very comfortable space to hang out. Granted, we are going into the end of October, into November, and it's cold and it's rainy. Maybe not the most optimal season to do that, but by the time winter is over, I really want to have a solid plan for how I would like to have my patio laid out for morning coffee or evening cocktails, or whatever it is we want to do maybe when we get around to entertaining. So that's kind of what the new apartment looks like. Again, kind of disappointed. It's not really totally what we expected, but I mean, it is something that we can work with for a few years, and we will, because we have no choice. We signed a lease, we made the payments, so this is what we have. thanks for joining me on this fun little apartment tour. Like I said, there's still like a long way to go in terms of getting this place like fully decorated and outfitted the way we want. But in the meantime, just to wrap this whole thing up, why don't you watch me speed run decorating my Christmas tree?